I bought a new camera, but this video really isn't about me buying a new camera. It made me realize that people see you before they understand you. They see your hair, they see your smile, they see your beard, they see the lack of the mustache, they see the smile on your face, they see the collar shirt or whatever you're wearing. And yeah, not even in a performative way, people will always see you before they understand you. People will always have a narrative about you before they even know anything about you. And that's not anything you can even control, right? Because you're gonna be people who have biases and all of those things and whatnot. And this is not even like in a negative way. For example, I see Shaq, I'm like Shaq, like because basketball player breaking rims and all that. Yeah, but if you see random big tall black dude with stomach, you may be like, not Shaq. I think presentation matters a lot, but at the same time, it is so easy to come into something and just see the person in front of you and not actually understand them. I think a lot of life is like that. Whether it be corporate, whether it be wherever you're going to, we come into these dispositions and we just see the people for face value. But yes, like that's what people see. But then to truly be seen and what we truly desire to be known and to be understood, we have to look deeper, right? We actually have to spend time with people to understand them. People see you, but they will never. People just see you at first. I see random people walking down the street. I don't know anything about them, but until you spend time to get to know them, that's when you can actually understand their stories. I bought a new camera because I'm like, okay, let me take this YouTube stuff a little bit more serious. My friend gave me a list of stuff I should probably improve on. He was like, the quality sucks. Good head movement, but use your body. Like, which when you talk to me, bro, I can feel your soul. When you talk to the camera, I can't feel it. Right? People are gonna see you first, and they might hear things about your story. They might just see, and they may never even hear anything about your story. It's just a blank piece of paper, and for a lot of us, that's what a lot of jobs may see. It's just a blank piece of paper, or your resume. But that's not your story. I've been in meetings recently where you meet people who are like, they start off like this, but then given the chance to grow, given the chance to grow, they become like this. Um, on Twitter, I see these things about like, eventually, as a company, what matters is about the talent you acquire. This is what people are. Life is not linear, but we see people when we put identities on them and whatnot and that and the third. I think it's so important for us to actually grow, right? I think it's so interesting, and it's so interesting for us to present ourselves the way we want to be seen. I wrote some notes, so let me look at that really quickly. One of the questions I wrote is, do you think prison do you think presentation changes how people receive your message? I really do think so. Like in certain actually, I'm gonna give you guys blunt for a point example. On LinkedIn recently, I've been seeing a lot of athletes post investment content. They're like, okay, when you're first joining the NBA, you get hit with X amount of money, you get these contracts, blah, blah, blah. But I've been there. I know that deals with a lot of energy are not necessarily the ones that are the good ones. There's a lot of data behind it, but there needs to be more than just data, right? That kind of thing. So what I'm trying to say is presentation matters. If you're known as an athlete in this space, you may not be known as an investor in that space. The thing that literally shows us even more and more is like fake it till you make it, or even like how people LARPing, live action role playing. People literally fake the lifestyle, the Lamborghinis, the Rolls Royces, the all of that crap, just to present a certain way so they can hit opportunities. I see this on Instagram reels all the time. They'd be like, "You buy that fancy car? That's an investment, right? People know that you got that Ferrari. They know that you're the type of person they can work with. But it's really results. And I think at the end of the day, it's just marketing and selling yourself. I met a dude today who I'm like, this dude is a giant. This guy's a monster. He's able to get X platform to 5 million users in a year. And I'm like, This guy knows marketing and sales. This guy knows marketing, like, you know what I'm saying? But he wasn't able to communicate that. I mean, he's able to communicate that, but not in the language of what's happening right now. And presentation matters, right? So the guy clearly knows what he's doing, but it's just a value proposition issue. I actually meet a lot of people who have so much value, but we're not able to purpose it in the way that we should be. For example, the biggest value I have is like I don't really get nervous when I talk to people, and I enjoy talking to people. It's probably the biggest value I can think of in a minute. And in a lot of spaces, they need people with that natural capability or gifting to do that. I want to go back to the original topic. People see you, but they don't necessarily. People don't understand you. What? I mean, people see you before they understand you. People can see you, but as you speak and as you actually present yourself in a way. So let me actually say this contrarian truth. Sometimes you need to LARP, but actually, what matters, you need to produce so much result, so much value. It doesn't matter how you look. I watched this. I think it's Gina Kelly. She was saying like with the AI right now, you don't want. It doesn't matter if you're Asian, pink, purple, blue. Doesn't matter. You could do whatever you want. Learn and figure it out. Become great. All I'm trying to say, for real, is um, I wrote this down so I don't want to forget my thought. This is just me talking through that. Getting a new camera, improving my channel, learning from my friends, learning about how our presentation matters. Because I think if you don't present yourself in the right way, you might not even be able to communicate what you want to communicate in the first place. So it all matters, but we got to begin somewhere.